New tonight, two Denver strip clubs have to pay nearly $14 million in restitution and fines for wage theft.
According to an investigation by the Denver Division of Labor, both Diamond Cabaret and Rick's Cabaret were found to have engaged in questionable workplace practices. One of the violations included requiring entertainers to pay a $93 fee each shift. At Rick's Cabaret, those fines were placed into what they called the rusty envelope, named after the general manager. The investigation also determined the company misclassified workers as exempt from wage and hour laws and exerted, quote, staggering levels of control over entertainers and workers. Additionally, the report found entertainers were choked, slapped, and photographed without consent by customers, while managers refused to remove the offenders. Devin Dewey worked at both clubs and told us the clubs exploited them because of the stigma entertainers face.
For a long time, it felt like who could we tell? And who was going to help. And so, if you do speak up, they're able to retaliate and give a lot of backlash in sort of unprecedented ways that are not the norm for a lot of workplaces. We have been historically ignored and looked over. And so they're able to get away with a lot of this.
The two clubs are owned by RCI Hospitality Holdings. The Denver Division of Labor has ordered RCI to pay $11.3 million in restitution to affected workers by March 13th, or penalties will increase by 150%. The company is also ordered to pay $2.6 million in fines to the city. More than 230 entertainers, bartenders, and servers who worked at those clubs had their wages stolen. An attorney for the clubs is pushing back on the investigation, saying in a statement, quote, Diamond Cabaret and Rick's Cabaret have fully complied with the law. Yet Denver Labor, in a display of unchecked government overreach, continues to demand access to private business records beyond their legal authority. Denver 7 is also speaking with the Auditor's office and will bring you more on what they found tonight on Denver 7 News at 10.
And going in depth here, these clubs are owned by the same company at the center of the controversy over a proposed strip club in Central City. A story Denver 7 Investigates has been following since last year. Now, scan that QR code on your screen. You can get the latest on this investigation. RCI Hospitality Holdings purchased a property on Central City's Main Street in 2022 with the plan of opening a cabaret and steakhouse. The permit was denied because of a city ordinance requiring sexually oriented businesses be more than 1,000 feet away from churches, schools, and homes. The company sued, claiming the denial was unconstitutional.
Looking closer, Colorado lawmakers are trying to crack down on wage theft like this. They're considering a bill aimed at helping victims and punishing employers who don't pay their workers. Right now, employees who file wage theft claims with the state can only get back up to $7,500 of what they're owed. This new bill would raise that to $13,000, and that cap would increase with inflation starting in 2028. The bill passed the House Finance Committee earlier this week, and there is some opposition to this bill. The Colorado Competitive Council, which advocates for business-friendly policies, says it worries it's too harsh on businesses that make mistakes.